what caused you to choose him as a subject for your artwork?
Well, I've been working on that project, about the Tuskegee Airmen. The show goes by a couple names. The name the Southern Museum of Flight calls it the Enduring Legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen, and the other museum is called Red Tail Silver Wings. But, Charles Hall was the first African American man in history to shoot down an enemy aircraft at any time. When he did that on July 2nd, 1943, over Sicily, when he shot down the Focke-Wulf German plane. And he was the very first African American to do that.
You say, now, was he the first man of any race, or just the first African American man to do so?
First African American man.
Okay. And where are you located?
Oh, pardon?
Where are you located? It said Washington on my phone.
I am located in Mukilteo, Washington, and we're about 30 miles north of Seattle.
How do you spell that town?
Mukilteo.
Okay. Very good, very good. And how did you get in touch with the museum here in Brazil?
I believe Vicki Mace was the one who contacted me after seeing the pieces. When I say pieces, there's like 60 plus pieces in my show that's traveling around, and I believe she contacted me about that because 2 of those dealt with Charles Hall.
I see. Okay, very good, very good. All right. Well, when were those pieces completed? May I ask?
Yeah, well, the first one I did was in 2006, and I did the bulk of them in probably 2010. So you could say from probably about 2006 through 2010, I did most of those, probably about 50 or so the pieces.
And why choose the Tuskegee Airmen and Charles B. Hall in particular? Well, you told me why him, but why the Tuskegee Airmen?
I was a member of the Air Force Art Program, which means, like all branches of the military, they have artists that would travel around with them. And this is from the inception of the military, from back in the old ages, long before the camera. Revolutionary War and things like that. They would have artists accompany the troops on various campaigns, whether they were active battle or whether they were exercises. And the U.S. Air Force was no different, and they asked me to be an artist for them. But I had yet, they would have a biannual presentation to the Secretary of the Air Force for the artists, but present the artwork to the Air Force formally. I had yet to be on a mission, and they asked me if I would do a piece of my choosing. And this is again in 2006, and I was very interested in the Tuskegee Airmen. Back then, there wasn't a whole lot known. There was a fair amount. That was before the second film, Lucasfilm, came out on that. He did the second film, and there wasn't a whole lot of literature. But I just found their story very compelling. Things that their achievements during the Jim Crow era, and so that was the piece that I did. My choice was the Tuskegee Airmen, and it was received better than I had planned. And so then the Pentagon asked me if I would be willing to do a series of paintings based on the Tuskegee Airmen, and I would interview Tuskegee Airmen, and CBS was going to do a documentary on that. CBS eventually pulled out, but I still kept my relationship with the Pentagon, and I produced this body of work kind of on my own time and my own dime, actually. So, and that's where it started. I just found it a compelling story, and I went from there.
Very good. Very good. And you mentioned Lucas films. You're talking about George Lucas?
Yeah, Star Wars.
Right. Okay.
That guy.
Okay, well, thanks, Chris. I sure appreciate it. And you have a great day.
You too. You have a good one. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Bye-bye.